Roll sound.
Sound speed.
And roll cameras.
Camera speed.
And
Then we
play.
start again.
Ask Our Story interviews, Mike and Leo, take one.
I graduated Michigan State with a packaging degree. Packaging degree got me into IBM and Research Triangle Park. It was really the IBM training that got me into IT. IBM was turning into a very different company, and it looked like they were going to turn me into a billable entity where I was going to get measured on resource utilization, and that's not me.
Thank you, Mike. You're welcome. So it's been a lot of years since you've been in this house, huh, Leo?
Yes, it has. This is where we did the original Flipboard presentation to Carol Brown,
To plan the company?
Caroline, and Jan. I think they thought we were crazy. And I think Dave had his flip chart here, and I can remember Dave, 5-year business plan and how we were going to do so well. And it was convincing. I mean, one thing that Dave had is enthusiasm.
Oh, yeah.
And a confidence.
I've never told you this, but the day that I decided to come to ASK, because as you know, I wasn't sure, and you guys talked to me about, hey, come join the company, take it in a new direction. Because I had driven to this house to basically tell you guys, like, I'm done, but you guys should hire this other guy. He's a great guy.
And I looked at you and I said, Mike, you don't understand. We're not looking for a new president. We want you.
That was right here. Yeah, I did tell you that. That was in
Yes.
this room. And it was that moment I decided I'm in. That had me. At IBM, I worked with what IBM calls channel partners or business partners. ASK was a premier partner of IBM in mid-Michigan, and so they worked with many of the accounts that I called on and worked with. Two things stuck out right away. Technical skill. All business partners have some technical skill, but they had it at a different level, and just a maniacal commitment to doing the right thing. And when I joined in 2004, I didn't want to work out of Dave's house. I think I came in and said, no, we're going to get an office. First thing I noticed walking in is it looks completely different than when we were here.
Well, if it looked like this, we might
still
may
be here,
still
yeah.
be here. That's right.
And I remember the staircase specifically because everybody was afraid to use the elevator, which is over here. So this is why everybody was afraid of this elevator, Leo, because of this weird folding door. And then if you look at this, it's tiny. I mean, what does it remind you of? It's tiny.
Looks like a coffin.
It feels like a coffin.
Yeah.
I don't know. You want to give it a shot? Let's see if it works. There's a certificate.
All right.
So this was, for me, the beginning at ASK. So you guys were 11 years in. People will ask, how did you all grow this company over the years? And I go back to what you said. It's really the easy things. It's doing the right thing every day, trying to do what's in the best interest of the client, getting up every morning, working as hard as you can, failing, trying again, staying at it. The simple things, really.
Yep.
And those are the things that you all had when I got here. And, I was so excited to be a part of that, and still am. And I think that everybody that we've brought on board since has bought into that. And then the whole becomes so much more than the sum of the parts.
Mike brought a methodology to management that we did not have. I don't think that we would have taken ASK to the level that it's out without Mike's guidance and input.
We have the ASK core values. Those values are codified now in written form, and they're on our wall, and we post them, and we train employees on them. It's things like doing what's right for the customer first, being honest in everything we do without exception, giving back to the community. Good business strategy and good ethics are the same thing. And that's something that I think gets missed in the world of business a lot, that doing the right thing long-term is the best business strategy you can have. We moved into this office location in 2007, so we've been 11 years in this location. And it's been critical for our growth. Technology for a business on its own has no intrinsic value. Its value only comes from enabling the business to make more profit, be more efficient, reduce cost. And so we kept looking for ways to do that. And as we'd find ways to do that, we needed people that could come in and support those tools and make those recommendations. And we kept cramming people in and got to the point where we realized we can't cram any more people in this location. But it'll always have a warm place in our heart because this is the building and this is the location where ASK went from being a very small managed IT company to a pretty forcible entity in the Midwest. Lansing as a community has been a big reason why we've been successful. It's not we've been successful and it's been in Lansing. We've been successful and it's in large part because of the Lansing community.
This is home. This is where our families are. This is where we raised our children.
So to find a building available in REO Town, as soon as you identified it and found it, I think our decision was made within an hour.
Abandoned buildings are a common problem. So having what was an abandoned building, but a beautiful building, in a historic building, brought back to life by a company like ASK, it's a great match for a city, it's a great match for the business, because the city gets a building back on its tax rolls, but for the business, I think that it captures the imagination of their future talent pool, that they're folks who they want to work for ASK in this case, really want to work in a building like this that has a history to it, that has a sense of fun to it, that's directly connected, walkable to the neighborhood, to the downtown environment, to the riverfront even. I think these are all the reasons why having a company, especially a high-tech company, rehab a building like this is really crucial both to the city and to the business itself.
When people see what we've done here and how much financially and from a time standpoint we've put into making this a world-class place to work, that the fun will be infectious. That then leads the doors open. When people enjoy what they do, they elevate their game. When they elevate their game, the customers are happier. When customers are happier, they provide more opportunities. It's a snowball, and this is the beginning of that snowball being made.
To me, the future is always going to be bright because ASK is made up of tremendous people that come in every day, that work extremely hard, that truly care about doing the right thing for their customers. It's been about creating and building something that'll be here long after he's gone and I'm gone and the staff that we have now are gone.
The big picture should be ASK does business the right way. Honestly, if that's what you're remembered for, you've hit a home run.
If we can do that, then we've been successful regardless of the rest of it. And you can measure businesses a million ways. If we get that right, I don't care what the rest of the measurements are.
That's a wrap.